Well, JSnip4 went ahead and pulled the trigger on some more silver yesterday, and I did get my other silver in that I told you I got the other day, which was, I think, 26 ounces from JM Bullion. Man, it came extremely fast. It's actually sitting on my dinner table right now, still in the package. I haven't opened it yet. I think it came Thursday. Yesterday was Friday. I was working like a 13-hour shift yesterday, so I just came home, didn't want to mess with it, open it or nothing. But while I was at work, I mean, I saw silver jump $1.18 by the time it ended, and I said, man, I called, or actually I texted the wife, man, go ahead and let's pull the trigger on the credit card, let's go buy some silver right now. And she said, well, you want to buy out, use the whole credit card, or maybe like half of it, just in case, the price goes down or something, I said, yeah, let's do, because we were going to do like 250 ounces. And she said, well, let's just do 125. And, just in case. It wouldn't be the first time that they drop the price later again, to trick you. Not that that matters, because $19 silver, I'm pretty happy with that. But, so I said, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's get 125 ounces. And I gave her the link. Now, this particular time, I always recommend trying to get yourself the Silver Eagles, which is made by the United States Mint. There are other coins that are pretty well known as well, that are probably recognizable by anybody that is into silver, because it's been around for a while. It's a common one, and it is known as, I think, the Buffalo Indian head. Some people will call it an Indian head, some people will just call it the Buffalo. I think it's technically called the Buffalo, but one side of it's got a buffalo, the other side's got, I believe, an Indian head. And they're significantly cheaper than the Silver Eagles. Now that everyone's been buying Silver Eagles out of control, causing shortages at the mint from time to time in recent history, the mint itself has upped the premium prices for the primary dealers that get them, and then those dealers, of course, have to give that premium to the rest of us. Now, keeping in mind, when there is really a physical shortage, and I mean one that stays, and it's like, okay, now let's see them get out of this one, ain't no silver around. Those people that are holding on to those Silver Eagles, including myself, because that's mostly what I have, are going to remember that $3 premium that they had to pay, or $2 premium if you were lucky enough to get it when they used to have a $2 premium for a Silver Eagle. And when I say premium, all that means is if spot price today is $20, a $3 premium means you're paying $23 to get that Silver Eagle. So that's what that means. There's always a premium on all silver. It's just that with like an Indian head or something, you might be able to get that silver for, say, 69 cents or 89 cents over spot price, or maybe $1, whatever. So theoretically, you can buy more silver for your money by buying an Indian head or a buffalo, whatever, versus a Silver Eagle. However, the Silver Eagle is created by the United States Mint, and it is the most popular and wanted silver coin of all. It also has the highest premium on silver coins. So I've always said, and told some friends back in Florida too, like my buddy Frank that I used to work with, I prefer Silver Eagles because, trust me, one day, I said, can you imagine when silver is $100 an ounce and climbing? Do you really think that you're going to be able to get a Silver Eagle for the same premium right now, which is $3, right? So you're going to have $100 silver and still be able to get $3 on top of the $100. That's a premium back when you go to buy it or sell it. If you're a dealer at $100, you're not selling the Silver Eagle for $3 over spot price like you do when it's $20 or $30. Ain't gonna happen. Do you remember, not that long ago, as in just a couple months ago, when silver was in the $30 range and there were some shortages going on, and the mint didn't have any Silver Eagles left, and there was like $4 to $5 spot price premium increases on Silver Eagles. So at $30, you still had to pay $35 to get the damn thing. What's that going to be at when it's $100? you might be paying $110, $115, $120 for a Silver Eagle, even though the spot price is $100. Having said that, I thought that this particular time I wanted to get some Buffalo Indian hens. I used to have some, and I went completely away from that in recent times to go strictly 100% Silver Eagles. That's all I want: Silver Eagles, Silver Eagles, Silver Eagles. So my whole collection now has been Silver Eagles. But I was like, man, I really did like those Indian heads. They were nice. They were pretty. They kind of reminded me of the old Indians who we absolutely royally screwed, raped and pillaged, kicked them off their land. The old Western nations' way of doing things. And just thought as it's real, like, true freedom, away from these the practices of today when it comes to growing food, eating beef and chicken or whatever, how it's all factory farmed and full of drugs and freaking bovine growth hormones, and just disgusting. And we eat that today. Going back to the Indians and the buffalo days, when the buffalo roam free, the Indians kill them, eat them, it's fresh, it's organic. There was no such thing as any kind of factory, nothing. There were no chemicals. It was simply, a freedom statement, you could say. So I kind of felt there's something this last time today, or yesterday, when I told her to buy the 125 ounces, I said, man, I know I should be getting the Eagles, but let's go ahead and get the Buffaloes this time. I just had a need. I felt like I wanted to get some again. I used to have some. I sold them and basically switched them out for Silver Eagles at the time, which was probably a year and a half ago at least. And I was like, man, I really like those coins, so I want to get those this time. And they had them. Silver Eagle right here. The next coin you could choose was the Buffalo. It's another very common coin. So, and again, it was a lot less than $3 over spot price. So yeah, I did get more silver for my buck, but whatever. Bottom line is I went and got it. So guys like me who sit here and tell you that I'm going to go get silver, you need to get silver, this is why we have to get silver, I'm not just going to sit here and tell you that and then not do it. I've been telling everyone about going out of the country. It's the safest place to be in a time of chaos and cataclysm and whatever else happens. Sure, being out in the rural country is going to be the best place because you don't have, tens of thousands of city folk right next to you, which could get crazy. And I'm still knowing that, I'm still deciding to go back to Florida because it is extremely hard living out here in the country, paycheck to paycheck, not having money to do anything, not able to really buy more silver by living paycheck to paycheck. All I would do is get further in debt by doing that. So the fact that I'm going back to Florida in like 30 days from now, I went ahead, go ahead and use the credit card. We'll pay it off as soon as we get back to Florida, in about 2-3 months. No big deal. I'll be getting my good paycheck again, back to IT, doing that. And I've always bought things like prepper-wise to deal with anything that happens in the city. So, whatever. But I'm still going to sit here and tell you what the truth of the matter is. And that is, it's still safer out in the country. And I know this. So if someone came to me to advise, looking for advice, I'd still tell you exactly what I just told you. It's probably better out in the country, but I'm going to take my chances back in the city. So I'm not like doing a double standard there. But same thing with silver. If I sold all my silver today, or and I'm over here talking how it's going to go to $200, $300, $400 an ounce, possibly, maybe higher. But I sold my silver at $40 when we got to 40. If I did that, I would tell you the reason why I did it. And maybe something happened where, an opportunity of a lifetime came up. There was a house for sale right in the city, even where I'm living. Housing value got destroyed because the interest rates rose very high, and prices, there's a house for $40,000, and it's the house we would really like to have. It took all my silver in order to get that house, but now I'm completely debt-free. I own the house. And if that was my reason, I'd come out and tell you, hey, I just unloaded all my silver. Please don't do this because it's going to go a lot higher, but here's why I had to do it. That would be how JSnip4 came to you. Pastor Dowell, days ago, also did a video saying, hey, I just placed an order, or he was going to place an order at JM Bullion, the guys that I was recommending this whole time, still recommending them. That's also who I got my silver through again. They shipped his out like I don't know if it was the same day or the next day. It's probably at his house either today or Monday. It's a reputable place. The prices are right, like I've said, and I'm happy with them. So again, I'm recommending all these things. I'm not just going to recommend JM Bullion and then behind the scenes, let me go to APMEX. Let me go back to Gainesville Coins. You know what? I think I'll go call Monex again. Yeah, right. This is the benefit of the internet. This is the benefit of having a place like YouTube, technology, and a benefit of having, you know, guys out there like me that spend a lot of time doing videos and trying to wake people up and share things in our lives, whatever information we come across, and you know, skills that we've picked up over time, educating ourselves, being able to share that with other people. So I'm, as long as this video is, telling you that I went out and bought even more silver. So I bought 26 ounces, another 125 ounces yesterday. That's 151 ounces. Right now, I just did it. So most people are probably, oh man, I got in at 30 or I got in at 40. Oh, it's down to 18. It was 20, now it's 19, now it's 18. Oh, this hurts. No, it shouldn't hurt. Find a way to get more. This is what I've always been saying. That way, if the price doesn't drop, you're in at what would be the bottom. And if it does drop, you just keep buying more. There's no way right now, the prices of gold and silver, they can't even mine it out of the ground for the prices today. Jim Sinclair, 40-year expert on the paper manipulation markets, all of it, has called every gold bull run in the freaking world's history practically since he's been alive. Has been saying, stay strong. The weak hands are being flushed out. Don't fall for it. Keep buying. Now that gold touched $11.90 or whatever, it was $1,190, he said, he put out the email immediately, I'm selling everything I can get my hands on that I own that's an asset right now, not including gold, of course, because I'm taking that money and putting all of it into gold right now, today, it's done. That's what his email said. He is that confident, and this guy's got some money. He's been around a while and into the markets. He's got some money. And he's always right. So I realize I'm just some guy on the internet, you know, that was doing IT. Now I'm working in a restaurant for the next 30 days until I go back to IT. Who the hell makes you qualified to talk, Jason at 4? My response is, who the hell makes these financial advisors qualified to talk? All they have to do is take a little test to get certified, a nonsense type of a test, to go work somewhere. All right, you're certified. Okay, and then the next thing is, all right, well, train me. What do I do? What do I say when I call the customer? How do I make a sales call? And then they have a whole training scheme to teach you what to say and how to convince them. And it's always convincing them into some paper asset piece of garbage that the whole system was designed from the very get-go to do. It is a system designed for and by the bankers. They can't lose. Only person who can lose and will lose is you, the person who buys into this thinking, well, the expert told me. Well, let me go here with you. Did the experts tell us all that our houses were worth a lot more than they were worth a few years ago because the market somehow said so? And the experts who give us the loans, the financial advisors, the loan officers, tell us you're qualified, you'll get an adjustable rate, an arm rate, and then just flip it in a couple years when the price almost doubles, which is absurd. But these are the experts that told us that, so who are we to question them? We're just the average person who doesn't study finance and lending and loans and mortgages. Hey, all I see is the markets the price of houses are going up. These experts are telling me I can afford this house, and even if I can't really, I can at least stay in there long enough to flip it and make money. Okay, you're the expert, I'll do it. How'd that work out for you? The only person it worked out for is if they got in and out at the absolute precise time, which is not anybody I ever know. Everyone that I know is upside down in their house, by the way, including those who didn't even take a penny out in a refinance or anything because of the destruction that occurred. So that's my qualifications. The qualifications that everything that they tell you is the opposite, my qualifications are superb. So anyways, take care.